So I did a lot of research for this video and I'm really excited to talk about this because this is a topic that I feel like not really a lot of people are talking about, because I see a lot of channels spending a lot of time discussing the map size or the graphics or even gameplay mechanics and leaks. But one of the things that I'm the most excited about is actually the satire, because Rockstar's ability to hold up a mirror to society and make you laugh and cringe at the same time has always been one of the best things about this franchise. And GTA 6 is dropping into a world that's absolutely overflowing with material. So get comfortable because we're gonna go through basically everything I think Rockstar is gonna roast in this game. And if you like videos that dig into stuff that other GTA channels are not really talking about, please consider hitting that subscribe button because that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. So the biggest and most obvious thing Rockstar is going to absolutely go crazy with is the social media culture. And I made several videos talking about this, but I think it's going to be way more central to the game and to the satire than anybody is expecting. And the whole idea of nobody living in the moment anymore is going to be very prevalent. I think we're going to see a lot of things being turned into content, and every single thing that happens is going to be immediately clipped by someone on the street who's trying to monetize it in some kind of way. And I think that's going to be everywhere in the game. We already saw multiple live streams in trailer 1, and I think that was only just a small taste of what they're planning. I also genuinely think that whenever something happens in the world around you, NPCs are just going to have their phones out filming instead of reacting like normal human beings or trying to help. And honestly, that's not even that far from how real life is at this point. And building directly off that, I think influencer culture is going to get absolutely destroyed in this game, and I'm so here for that, alright? Characters like the Real Dimes and Draquan already really give off like strong micro-celebrity energy from everything that we've seen of them so far. And I think we're going to see a lot of clout chasing as a actual personality trait that's baked into a lot of the NPCs and side characters throughout the game. People are constantly going to be trying to capture viral moments, and I think we'll also see public pranking channels that are just running around on the streets, and also street interview culture, which is already massive in Miami. And I think the dialogue from all this is going to be super hilarious, and I just can't wait to hear it randomly walking on the street. And I also think a lot of the NPCs are going to have full-blown main character syndrome, which is going to make, like I said, walking throughout the world feel endlessly entertaining. Now, something I'm particularly excited about is how they're going to handle the whole brain rot epidemic that our generation is dealing with right now. And I think that we're going to see characters caught doom scrolling on their phones during like random moments we were not doing anything. Like maybe Jason walks in on Lucia and she's just completely zoned out on her phone, and then he like says something about it, or vice versa. I think short attention spans and meme culture and the whole concept of only being able to focus on something for 3 seconds before needing some new stimulation is the type of things that we're going to see Rockstar really tear apart. And like I said, I'm really excited for all of that. We already got a hint of meme culture with the recent GTA Online heist that has like a picture that's the guy says like, "Chat, am I cooked?" So I think that's just only the beginning of what Rockstar's really planning. And AI is definitely also going to be a major target, and I think Rockstar is going to go way deeper on this aspect than anyone actually thinks they will. So what I mean is that we're probably going to see AI influencer characters. I mean, definitely we're going to have deepfake jokes about celebrities, and I also think we're going to see AI girlfriend references where some characters are just going to be completely in love with a digital companion, and they're not even going to see anything wrong with it, which is going to be kind of funny. I also think there's going to be a lot of jokes and like references to AI replacing jobs, and just like an existential panic that comes with people feeling that way. And knowing Rockstar, they've always loved throwing futuristic elements into their games. I mean, whether that's robots in Red Dead Online or full-on cyborgs that we saw in the Doom heist for the GTA Online updates. And I would not be surprised if just AI plays a way bigger role in GTA 6 instead of just being some jokes that are in the background. And another personal favorite of mine is hustle culture in Miami. And I mean, Florida is just generally really crazy with this whole like grind set mentality. So like people have podcasts, everybody's a life coach, someone is always trying to sell you a course about something or passive income while you sleep, things like that, you know? Crypto is also going to be roasted, and I think that we're going to see some really funny rug pull references and like crypto millionaire characters who are either completely delusional or just outright scammers. And then you have the whole escape the matrix influencer archetype. Like, think of Andrew Tate. And I think Rockstar is going to have an absolute field day with that whole concept. Imagine an NPC telling you to escape the system while you're literally inside of a video game. I mean, personally, I think the writing potential for this game could be amazing. We're also going to see a lot of fake success and flex culture because, you know, that's just the unfortunate reality of how things are in Florida. And Miami especially is one of the fakest cities in the entire country, especially when it comes to projecting wealth and social status. You have people that are going to be renting luxury cars for Instagram photos. You're going to see a lot of fake watches or people renting out mansions for like content shoots. All of that is definitely going to be a big part of the game. And I think social status being measured by follower count is also going to be a reoccurring theme throughout the game. I think characters are going to casually drop their follower numbers into a lot of conversations, the way that people used to drop how much money they made. And Rockstar is definitely going to make that feel as absurd and hollow as it actually is in real life. And on the crime side of things, Rockstar is probably going to lean really heavily into modern crime culture than just traditional organized crime. So think of things like identity theft or online scams or even romance scams where someone is going to pretend to be in love with someone just to drain their bank account. Or maybe even credit card fraud. Definitely phone scammers. I think all of that is going to be fair game that they can poke fun at. And it does make a lot of sense for the setting because, like I said, Florida is a crazy place, and it also has one of the highest rates of fraud and scam activity in the entire country. So I think we're really going to see an interesting blend of traditional GTA crime mixed with all of this like very modern and very digital type of criminal activity that is going to reflect how crime actually works in 2026. Now, let's talk about dating in 2026 being an absolute disaster. And let's be honest, I think Rockstar knows that. We've already seen hints of dating apps being in the game, and I think that they're going to go really deep on all of that. We're going to hear stories about ghosting and situationships. We're going to see a lot of hookup culture, and the whole thing about nobody actually wanting to commit to a person anymore. And also, I could definitely see Jason and Lucia having conversations where they acknowledge these things and how glad they are that they're not out there navigating the modern dating world, because it just genuinely seems horrifying. And I think that the contrast between their relationship, which is this real grounded criminal partnership that's built on actual trust, against all of the shallow, disposable dating culture of the world around them, I think that's going to be really interesting to witness and just see how that plays out. And going based off that, I'm also really curious to see how Rockstar is going to handle the whole modern masculinity and femininity divide that we unfortunately have in online culture. We're also probably going to see a critique on the whole Sigma male stuff and the whole alpha grind set influencer gym obsession stuff and biohacking. Basically, people being obsessed with every single aspect of their biology to become like this ultimate human being. And on the other side, I think there also might be some toxic femininity content that also mirrors a similar type of energy. I think Rockstar is going to poke fun at both sides of that divide pretty hard, and I'm really excited to see how they balance that because it's such a minefield of material to work with. And then there is the big one that I know is going to make a lot of people uncomfortable, and that is the politics. Florida is a deeply conservative state, and the game is obviously set there, even if the name is a little different. So there's no way that Rockstar is going to avoid that. We've already heard about right-wing militias being in the game, at least in the leaks, but knowing Rockstar, they're going to take shots at both sides, even if the conservative part of the satire ends up being a little bit more in your face and more visible just because of the setting. But we're going to see things like tribalism and outrage culture, maybe even rage farming. I think that these things have a real chance of being in the game. And just wrapping everything up, I mean, it's going to make fun of general consumer culture. The whole like subscription for everything model, fast fashion, buying things constantly to impress people that you don't care about. Rockstar has always been at their best when they're holding up a mirror and showing how shallow and ridiculous modern life actually is. And GTA 6 is going to have more material to work with than any other game they have ever made. But now I want you to let me know in the comments what you're the most excited for to see them make fun of, and whether you think that they're still going to have that sharp, edgy approach, or maybe they're going to play it much safer this time around. Anyways, guys, join the Discord down below if you like these conversations, you want a community to talk about GTA 6 with. I also live stream every single night at about 12:30 Eastern time if you want to come and hang out and talk to me directly and ask me anything you want. And yeah, with that being said, if you enjoyed, like the video, and as always, stay healthy, stay safe, and I will see you guys in Vice City.